Hi. Have you ever thought about utilizing a life coach to try to get to a place that you haven't been able to get to, or clear up some things that just haven't become as clear as they should be with you? I'm Joe Postiglione, life coach at Clear Path Thinking. I wanted to share with you a little bit about how I go about coaching. I've been a certified life coach actually for 20 years now. And some of the things that have stood out to me to be the differentiators between, anyone can call themselves a life coach, let's be honest, but someone that's certified and what approach that they take. In my case, I have a 3-part program. It's called Get Clear, Get Focused, and Get Results. It sounds oversimplistic, but it's not. It's complicated. The toughest thing a human being will ever do is to get clear. And what does that mean? It means, well, let's talk about a visual. Imagine a bicycle tire with spokes going down the street. And the top 3 things in your life that you'd like to have or be better. And let's just say, as an example, it's relationships, could be finances, could be what you do for a living. Let's just take those 3 as an example. And let's say the first one, relationships, on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best it could possibly be, you'd say it's a 3. Your job, let's say that's a 2. Finances, let's say that's a 2. The next question you have to ask yourself is, if it's a 2 or a 3, what does that mean? Add color to this. It's a 2 or 3 because I'm not able to get out of my own way. I'm not able to control myself when a heated argument occurs, or I'm not being validated at work, or my money is nowhere near it needs to be in terms of me being able to retire some years from now. And so the question then becomes, let's just take one to simplify this as an example. If your relationship is a 2, and you now know why it's a 2 in your own terms, what would you like it to be? Let's say you'd like it to be a 4. Same process. What does a 4 look like? How will it feel? How will my relationship be better if it was a 4? How would I feel better about things if it was a 4? So now, in a short period of time, we've gotten somewhat clear about why it's a 2 and that you don't want it to be a 2. And you've now begun to add color to it as to, I want it to be a 4, and what does a 4 look like? You now are in a position to have been clear about what it is that you want. Very important. So let's assume that we are clear. Second part is to get focused. What skills or experiences do you have to be able to make what you just said you wanted to occur? And remember, when we got clear, there's a couple of questions you can ask yourself as you're trying to get clear. Why do I want this? How would my life change if I got it? What am I prepared to do to get it? Again, focused on getting clear. Moving over to getting focused, no pun intended. What skills or experiences do I have in my past or current that I could use to help me do what I need to do to get clear? Again, let's take this as an example. If it's relationship based, do I need or do we need to get couples coaching or counseling? Possibly. You have to explore that. If so, have you had any experience, you personally or with your partner, doing that? If not, then maybe that's an item on your list that you need to explore in order to get truly focused. Next, how do I interact with my friends socially or with my family that's different than how I'm interacting with my partner? So you see, you have some frame of reference where you could be the kind of person you want to be in your relationship. And so you can sort of relate to what that is. How can I bring that into this? A couple of different ways to get focused. Now, as a coach, I'm not telling you what to do. I'll never tell you what to do. I'm going to help guide you to answering these questions so that A, you become clear in your own terms, and you can become focused in your own terms. The third component to this is get results, which, if you're really clear and you are really focused, you should be generating the results that you want. Now, it's not going to happen like that. I don't want to mean to say this is a simple thing and you'll be done in 2 weeks. Not the case. Getting clear sometimes can take a while. Certainly getting focused will take a while because you're going to institute changes within yourself, whatever that goal might be, right? So life coaching is not a long-term durated experience. It's a short-term durated experience. Now, you could have many experiences in your life where you go back and have a life coaching experience, but it's not intended to make you dependent on the coach. And again, the coach doesn't tell you what to do. You get to say what you do. And it's interesting that I remember back in my days at IPEC Coaching, Dr. Bruce Schneider, who was the founder and head of IPEC Coaching, which after I graduated from that program, I actually became a partner in that business. I enjoyed it so much, would say, I have a guarantee for you. If you do everything that you say, you will be successful. That's interesting. You had to pass that through my head a couple of times. If I do everything I say, if I'm as clear as I say that I am, if I'm as focused as I said I want to be, the results that I should be getting should be happening. If they don't happen, one of two things is not right. You're not as clear as you thought, and you're certainly not as focused as you said you needed to be. So again, it's get clear, get focused, get results. And it's a series of conversations where there's empowering questions, and I'm guiding you through answering those questions so that you can be in a place that you say you want to be. So again, I'm Joe Postiglione at Clear Path Thinking. We'll talk again. In my bio, there'll be a link, I have a free giveaway for understanding how to become clear. Please take advantage of that, and I'll talk to you soon.